We are live. We are live. It's A-League football on a Friday night. Does it get any better? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. It's the Battle of the Uniteds too. Adelaide United, Western United. A fascinating clash between these two sides, man. Adelaide searching for their first win of the season. Western United looking strong so far. And we are here to react to all of the action. I can see some people in the chat already, which is good to see. Good to see. Let's jump into the lineups right now. Hey, Western United. Some stuff to talk about here. Topper Stanley retains his place. And Ben Garuccio misses his first game for the season. Lee Lacroix back in defense, who's been he's been the standout for them, man. Lee Lacroix has been straight up, I'll say it. He's been the player of the season so far. I can see in the chat who we've got. Torrance has come on, you Reds. Steven says, what is COYR? COYR is indeed. Come on, the Reds. Yes, that's right. So, here we go, dude. Here we go. Mr. Saints fan says, I don't know who to go for in this game because both teams are rivals of victory. I feel like Western are maybe less of a rival, even though they're geographically obviously closer. There's obviously quite the rivalry between Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United. Football State's in here. What's going on? So good to see you guys here. Thanks for joining me for tonight's live watch-along. Didn't do any watch-along last week, so getting back into them this week, and we're doing two. We're just to make up for it, eh? We're doing two, so we're doing tonight, and then Saturday night for from 6:45 for the Sydney FC Wellington Phoenix game. Jack says prediction 7 times. Jack, prediction 1-0 to Western United once again. Western United, whose lineup should be on the screen right now, 3 consecutive 1-0 victories. 3 consecutive 1-0 victories. They've been really looking solid overall, and defensively. That's been the key for them. 1 goal conceded in 4 games. Let's jump into the Adelaide United lineup right now. Boom, 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 boom. Transition. Some news here that we need to talk about. Yavi Lopez returns from suspension, which is good news for the Reds. One day comes in for his first start of the season in midfield alongside Isaias and Mo Toure. Mo Toure starts up top ahead of Kisini Yengi. So, yeah, man. What do we make of these lineups? I mean, based off these lineups, it's fairly even. It's like almost full strength for each team. I feel like for Western United, I've just noticed a mistake on that Western United lineup. Let's fix that. Jerry Scatardis playing left wing. That's incorrect. Imagine that. Imagine if Jerry Scatardis was playing left wing. Jump in with some predictions. Who's going to score tonight? Not just predictions, because that's boring. Who's going to score? And I put up a poll. I think it's still there. What's more likely to happen tonight? Is Diamanti going to score from halfway? Which isn't that unrealistic. If anyone's going to score from halfway, it's going to be him. Is Diamanti scoring from halfway, or is Cassini Yengi scoring a hat-trick? And Cassini Yengi isn't even playing, so I guess Diamanti scoring from halfway is more likely at this stage. But hey, pardon me. I hope you guys have had a good week. I've had a good week. A lot of people wrapping up work, wrapping up school. Of course, we are, just over a week till Christmas or something like that? It's coming around quick, hey? How about that? Torrance says it's the Neil Kilkenny versus Stefan Mork derby. Thank you for bringing that up. That's an aspect of this game I totally forgot to bring up as well in my predictions video. The Kilkenny Stefan Mork drama, for those that don't know, when Perth Glory played Adelaide last season, there was a bit of banter, man. There was a bit of like... yeah, I don't know. The guys, they were teammates at Melbourne City a number of years ago now, and yeah, man, there's some banter. The Football State says, "Dang it, Yengi is a joy to watch for neutral." Look, when Yengi gets going, Yengi's one of those interesting players. Whereas, like, if he gets going and gets clicking and he's riding on confidence, he can tear it up. He can tear it up. He hasn't quite got clicking this season so far. But he's certainly got the potential. Mr. Saints fan says it's Pacifica Nyongabiri who was tested positive for COVID-19. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about as well, actually, before heading into this game, is that obviously there's been now multiple COVID outbreaks. So we know about the Perth Glory one, and dude, we really feel for Perth Glory. They've been screwed around. It's not been great, obviously, having to travel, play all these away games, and they've gone from, I think they were in South Australia. They were meant to play Brisbane. I think they're in Queensland right now. Meant to play Brisbane. They're stuck in a hotel. They've got a bunch of games to play down in New South Wales. There's now talk of them trying to get them back to Western Australia, back to Perth for Christmas next week. It's a bit of a mess for Perth Glory, and we really feel for the guys there because yeah, dude, that's rough. That's rough, eh? So hopefully, and of course, the other one was of course Newcastle Jets. There was a case there. That game's going ahead, the Macarthur Jets game. There was also today, I just saw reported, Macarthur had a case as well. So, look, it's concerning. And you know, those following the Premier League, obviously we know there's been a lot of concern around the Premier League at the moment in terms of, you know, games being postponed. I think this upcoming weekend, there's like three games postponed or something in the Premier League. It's rough, dude. It's rough. Football State say, yeah, Perth Glory really screwed. They are indeed. Miss Saints fan says, and Macarthur play tested positive. Yeah, man. Mr. Saints fan says Daniel Sturridge is probably so mad. Dude, it's weird. Hey, the Daniel Sturridge. It's like, you know, we're 5 rounds into the season now, and Daniel Sturridge looks nowhere near to playing a game anytime soon. You know, whether it is Glory's matches being postponed or him simply not being fit and available to play. So look, it's a lot of people people either saying Sturridge was going to flop or like he was going to tear it up. At this rate, he's not a flop because like he's barely played, but it's not going to according to plan for Perth Glory, unfortunately. Why is Yengi suspended? People I see asking. I'm not sure if Yengi's suspended. I don't think he's suspended. He didn't pick up a red card in the derby last week, did he? He is injured, not suspended. Yeah, that probably sounds right. We got Football State says, but I wish Perth Glory made the same sacrifices the Knicks made for the league. I guess for Western Australia, there's a bit more because it's in Australia. There's a bit more sort of optimism that maybe they'll open up. Whereas obviously with New Zealand, you're talking about 2 different countries, so there's not a lot of. Yeah. Well, it was going to be the same thing when the season started off. They were like, by January, Phoenix and Glory are going to be back home. And it was like, great, cool. So they'll like play like a few weeks, you know, a couple months or whatever, max, away from home. And now it's not looking good for both teams. So, yeah, man, it's a real shame. It's a real shame. And I'll make sure to keep you guys updated whether in regards to if there's any sort of major, you know, cancellations of games or rounds, which I'm sure I hope it doesn't get to that stage. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're going to do their best to make sure the league goes ahead and everything. Again, I'm not. It's definitely not that stage yet, so I don't even know why I'm talking about that, saying that sort of stuff. But look, dude. I mean, when games get postponed, you have to obviously. There's a little bit of concern. But we've got some football to talk about, eh? Mrs. Saints fan says it's game day tomorrow for victory. Who's going to a game this weekend? I'm, of course, going to my Mariners. You can see my scarf in the background there, of course, always on the couch. Mariners taking West Sydney Wanderers. Tomorrow night, the big one, the Melbourne Derby. Melbourne Victory taking on Melbourne City. I'd be doing a watch-along for that one too if I wasn't going to the Mariners game, but of course I'm going to the Mariners game, of course. And then on Sunday, we've got 2 games. Macarthur and Newcastle Jets take on each other, which is a very interesting game because Macarthur top of the table. Jets tore it up last week against, of course, against Wellington Phoenix. 4-0, demolished them. And then Sydney FC, looking for their first win of the season, still against Wellington Phoenix. So, interesting games. Hams is in here, says 2-1, Wenzel Halls and Connor Payne scoring. I can see that happening. Jack, he said 1-0 to Western United. That is indeed my prediction, 1-0 to Western United. I know it's a safe bet, but I just see it happening again. I think they're going to be too solid at the back. You know, Leo Lacroix and of course, Tomoki Imai there. Topper Stanley, it appears, is playing left back. We imagine so. Unless they shift Imai out there, which is a possibility, because I know Imai played a little bit of fullback last season as well. So, we'll see. Seems like Football State says Sturridge won't re-sign next season at this rate. Hope not, though. If he stays in the A-League for 2 seasons minimum, it would be great. Look, it would be great if he had like a solid full season. You know, it'd be nice. We'd like that. Football State says, I'm a Sydney FC fan, but I live in Perth at the moment for uni, so I can't go to any games. Dude, rough, man. Rough, dude. And yeah, I feel for Glory fans. And like, well, I'm watching the coverage right now. Ben Calfella. Calfella, I've almost forgotten how to pronounce his name. Ben Calfella, former Melbourne Victory. I'm going to call him a legend. Is legend the right word to use? If I heard Ben Calfella, that's his name, right? It wasn't that long ago he played for Melbourne Victory. I'm pretty sure he won the championship with them back in, what was that, 15, 16, something like that. But there you go, man. Yeah, good. But teams are in the tunnels, ready to come out for this game. And once again, thanks for being here to join me for this lovely little watch along. West United, of course, in their green and black kit. Which look, my kit ratings video, which I did a couple months back for these new kits this season. I didn't rate Western's kit that high, but looking at it on the field, it's pretty dope. I like how it sort of fades towards the bottom, and of course, Adelaide United in their alternate pink kit looks dope. Looks dope, man. So good. Okay, look, this game is a game that Adelaide United... Look, here's the thing, right? Adelaide United need to win this game. Otherwise, if you go the first 5 rounds without winning, it's going to be hard, especially in a very competitive A-League season. So Adelaide, I think, will be backing themselves to get something out of this game. Having said that, Western United should be too strong. Of course, Amy Park. It has been interesting. I'm like, what's the deal with like? Do you guys wish Western United would just play all of their games at Amy Park or just all of their games at Geelong? Obviously, Amy Park's a more suitable stadium for football. Oh, Mr. States fan says wooden spoon for Adelaide. Wooden spoon for Adelaide. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the drama if they picked up the wooden spoon? Look, I think they've got too much quality in their side to pick up the wooden spoon. Yeah. I think they've got too much quality. A side like, at the moment, it's looking like Brisbane Roar. A team who I, funnily enough, did predict. That out of all my predictions have been horrifically wrong, but one which has been somewhat correct has been the Brisbane Roar one. Football. A-League football. Got some A-League football on a Friday night. It is very warm today. It's very warm. It's getting real warm now. Dude. Oh, and we've already spotted one stuff up in the broadcast. They've listed Liberty as the sponsor, which of course is the sponsor for the A-League Women's. Look, we should take it easy on them, man. We should take it easy on them, I guess. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But I feel like always in the graphics, there's something wrong. There's something funny, eh? There's something funny. The Football State says it's annoying how they play every game at a different stadium. Look, if I was a Western fan, it'd feel pretty weird. I guess I'm just saying that, like, as a Mariners fan, I'm used to, like, 95% of our home games have been at Central Coast Stadium. And I will not bring up the North Sydney Oval game, because, that's not a good stadium for football. I went to that game. That was, 2013? 2014, maybe? Mariners played at North Sydney Oval, I think, against Wellington Phoenix. Dude, never again, please. Oh, mate. Mo Toure, maybe, look, Mo Toure doesn't get that many starts these days, to be honest. There's always so much excitement around him, Mo Toure. Like, tear it up. Like, they're showing it on the broadcast now. Toure, 4 career goals. You'd think a guy with that talent would have more goals. He's got his chance, man. He's starting. I want to see Mo Toure. Just, like, completely, like, tear up Leo Lacroix. Lacroix. Keep saying it. A few weeks back, I said Lacroix, and then I realized it was meant to be Lacroix. All right, here we go. A-League football on a Friday night. Let's go. All right. Here we go. A-League football about to kick off. Amy Park, looking very green to match the home team. Of course, all the green seats. All right, the kickoff here, and we are about to get underway. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, for this game. Let's go. Here we go, of course. Yeah, for anyone who's watching, who this is your first watch along, first of all, welcome. My name's Lockie. This is Coastwood Football, your home for A-League content and all sorts of fun stuff. There's a timer on the stream. If you want to make sure your game stays up to date with my stream here that I'm watching. Simon Hill and Andy Carper and commentary, unless you're listening to me, which, why would you be doing that? Here we go, dude. Who's going to... Adelaide... I tell you what, Adelaide just need to, like, come out firing early here. Adelaide just need to come out and just, like... Just get in there, mate. Almost snuck in there. An early spot lineup looks correct. It is Topper Stanley playing left back. I can't see him making too many lung-busting runs down the wing. Some overlapping runs past Connor Payne. Early ball through for Wenzel Hall. This is a nice one for Risdon, from Risdon. And the ball across for Payne is wide. Early chance. Is that a corner? Goal kick. Goal kick. Goal kick. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the South Melbourne thing. South Melbourne thing, yeah, Lakeside Stadium. How about that drama, hey? I just don't get how that happened. Like, it sounded like South Melbourne just had no idea about it. How could they have officially announced it and South Melbourne not know anything about it? It's a weird situation, that whole thing, no? Weird. Okay. Let me just check my wind. We'll get the window one sec. I should be able to notice as well. I know you can't actually see it in the background, but if I take away the home graphic here, you'll see I got a little, where are we? Little Christmas tree. Little Christmas tree. How nice. How nice, eh? How good. All right. Football. Whew. The football state says 36-year-old centre-back playing as a fullback. He probably has played fullback a few times in his career, surely. But, yeah, mate, we're just used to seeing him as a... Dude, are the Adelaide United fans behind the goal? Is that their designated away bay? Usually at Amy Park, the away bay is like in the corners. That's funny if they've all just congregated behind the goal. All right, here we go. Corner. Corner for the Pinks, the Reds, the Adelaides. Goodwin's ball. Far post, Jacob Tratt with the header. Goes wide. Ooh, all right. Dude, it's going to be another 1-0. I'm telling you now, man. These Western United games, look, and I know we're doing a watch-along and it's meant to be exciting and engaging, but this should be a boring game. If all predictions go according to plan, it should be a boring game. Western United just like to just get the result, get things done. Very structured. And that's the way they do it. It's the way they do it, man. Sans Fan says it's heartbreaking about the news in Tassie. Dude, that was so hard. Dude. Yeah, man. Sorry, just adjusting camera. Dude, that's so sad. Tragic. They put up, I don't know if you guys saw, they put up, I think it was on the screens, like a green love heart with a Tassie. With Tassie in the middle. I imagine to commemorate that. I didn't actually hear whether it was. I imagine it was. But yeah, it was very sad. Who started better, Lockie? Asks the football state. Hard to say at the moment because we've only had it's sort of been stop and start. Western United just once again made another long ball forward, so probably Western at this stage, but yeah, very early. Very early. Marty, how's it going? Evening legend, hope you're well. Thanks, man, I'm well. Hope you're doing good as well. And keen for tomorrow's game. Hopefully the Coasties smash the Wanderers tomorrow. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. All right. Western United with that slow build. Jamie Young's getting back into some real good form as well at Western. Yeah. Western United have links with Tassie too. They do indeed. Yeah, that's right. Remember the Mariners played them down there. Oh, Chance here has come through to Wenzel Halls in the box for Western. Strike can't quite make a good impact. All right, Kilkenny. Nice. Wales, Risdon. Chance here, Western. In for Wales. Big chance. Oh, dude, he just got a caught on his feet. Risdon still on. Plays it back. Lustica. Kilkenny. Reds have got numbers back. That's a nice ball. It's use his hand, dude. Okay. Oh, Mr. Saints fan. Mr. Saints fan in the chat says, you should be playing for the Mariners? Dude. Look, I wanted to play for the Mariners when I was, 12 years old. Seriously, back then, my dream was to be a professional footballer when I was a kid. And I wanted to play for the Mariners. But, dude, I used to think I was good when you're a kid and you're like in your backyard and you're like, doing all these tricks. It's like, yeah, man, I could take on Messi. I could take on Ronaldo. And then you get out on the park and you get torn to shreds. So, yeah, man. It's I realized that I was maybe a little bit better about talking about football than playing it. I do still play. I play casual five-a-side and stuff, which is just fun. Fun with friends. And even that works up a sweat for me. I mean, of course it does. It's very fast-paced. Anyone in here play five-a-side? Anyone in here play? Anyone been up to the lovely Soccer Fives establishment at Tugra here on the Central Coast? Chance, Adelaide, Stephen Mork, ball in, blocked Lacroix. The mountain of a man at the back. Soccer Fives at Tugra, which of course is at the same location as the Central Coast Mariners training ground, Centre of Excellence. Lovely facilities up there. I don't play up there anymore, but I used to. Great stuff. When you bring in the match day vlogs, when I go to a game, man. Ball in here, Jacob Tratt, Chance. Oh, what? Surely, yeah, that was a weird one. Free kick, foul and Jamie Young, I think it was. Yeah, matchday vlogs. Obviously, did a matchday vlog for the Jets game, the F3 Derby, round 1. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, haven't been to any away games since, have I? Oh no, I went to the Phoenix game. Wollongong. Wasn't much of a. I did put up a little YouTube short of that, just some clips from that. But I guess the match day stuff is better once you have a good active away fan setup, which I knew for the Jets game there would be. So, I don't know. I was thinking, could I do a match day vlog for a home game? I feel like match day vlogs is an away day thing, and I'm not necessarily. I know in that F3 Derby vlog, if you guys have seen it, I was sort of quite near the active support. I mean, we're all bunched together anyway. But at home games, I'm never with the active support. I'm a bit of a grandma when it comes to home games. Stephen says, I played soccer at school in Queensland. Diamante, nice pass. Connor Payne on the left wing for Western, chopping in. Diamante again, the combination. Goes for the strike. Did he get fouled, dude? Diamante's complaining. It looked like a free kick. And now Isaias and Diamante have a hug. Nice. Chuck Meat says, Yavi Lopez is the A-League's best right back. Ryan Grant might have something to say about that. Josh Risdon, at the moment, might have something to say about that as well. Josh Risdon's having a blinder of a season so far. I think I've put him in 2 of my team of the weeks in the opening 4 rounds. He's been tearing it up. The former Socceroo, well, I guess you could say current Socceroo. He's still in contention. Chance here at Adelaide, and again, they're working it. Ooh, tiny penalty shot, not on. Western deal with the 4A forward once again. Jack says, Burke Gilroy has got to be a solid candidate for Young Player of the Season. I think the only problem is Burke Gilroy, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Burke Gilroy is 24. And I think is Young Player, I can't recall if there's a set age, but I imagine it's 23 or 21 maybe. I feel like it's 23, 21. I think Burke Gilroy is 24, 25. So, look, if he was a year younger, 100%. Like, the Burkill has been fantastic. That goal he scored against Victory a couple weeks ago, blinder. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Long balls aren't going to work if Adelaide United, especially on that left-hand side for Western. Topos Stanley and Lacroix, both on that left-hand side. Ben Halloran's going to have no chance in the air. YT Vision says Rojas is top of the assist list. He is indeed. Rojas, again, a couple of these players, man, getting back into good form. Marco Rojas, honestly, good to see him getting back into some good form. The guy is very good. He's very good. Mrs. Saints fan says, do some Premier League watch-alongs. Look, the idea has crossed my mind. Chance for Western. Oh, Lockie Wales fluffs his lines. And Adelaide deal with it. The idea has crossed my mind. Obviously, if anyone's been sort of following this channel for a while, it's predominantly A-League stuff. Mariners stuff. But could be fun. Could be fun. I'm definitely keen to do some Socceroos watch-alongs. I know, obviously, a lot of A-League followers being fans of the Australian national team, I imagine as well. I assume. Yeah, man. Burke Gilroy is 24. Burke Gilroy is 24. Thanks for backing me up, guys. Thanks for that. Which I imagine is, yeah, it's he's probably too old for young player of the season, but he's been a standout for Perth Glory. He's been great. Chance here, Risdon doing well to get around his man, plays in the ball. No one was there at the near post. Josh Risdon, dude. Lockie Wales with, oh, dude, flying into these challenges. Both teams. Risdon on the ball again. Here we go. Lockie Wales. Taking on Goodwin. Plays the ball in. Payne. Turn. Can he get the strike? He can. It's blocked by Jakobsen. Forced to Wenzel Halls. Top of Stanley. Top of Stanley, man. This is... Am I in 2006, dude? Top of Stanley. He's in the opposition's box. This is hilarious. Oh, this is so funny. This is vintage Nikolai Topper Stanley, man. This is Topper Stanley in the Perth Glory days. I say that like I can remember him playing. I was like 11 years old at the time. Who needs Goldbridge when you have Lockie from Coastal Football? I might, yeah. I do like watching Goldbridge's stuff. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Josh Risdon getting involved early here for Western, eh? Let's grab a drink. Oh, no, let's not grab a drink because there might be a chance for Western. There is a real tussle. Free kick Adelaide. Let's get a drink. Do you ever drink water and realize once you drink it how badly you needed that? And you go, oh my God, I needed that. That was me just now. Probably because of how hot it is, man. Copping the heat. Okay, Western United so far 13 and a half minutes into the game looking pretty good. Adelaide looking to get forward here through Craig Goodwin on the left wing. Look at that, Josh Risdon staying strong, man. He wants to go to the World Cup, dude. I'm telling you right now. Josh Risdon wants to get on that plane to Qatar for the World Cup. Mr. Saints fan says, new sighting. Lockie from Coastwatch has signed a 5-year deal with the Mariners. That'd be hilarious. Childhood dream. But it'd be so funny if I did that. Jack says, give us top 5 home game atmospheres. I feel like I'm not qualified to answer that purely because I haven't been to enough games. I haven't been to all the stadiums. Just from like watching and stuff, I feel like Melbourne Victory is probably up there. It probably has to be number 1. They obviously regularly get high attendances as well. Wanderers when they're pumping, Wanderers games, home games are pretty hectic. Look, I don't want to be biased, but when the Mariners get going, man, When the Mariners get going at home, Central Coast Stadium is buzzing. Those are the three on the top of my head. And I feel like it's hard for Sydney FC at the moment because obviously they're not in their actual home. But I imagine their new stadium, it's going to be epic there. Can't wait to get down to that for that first away day down at the new Sydney Football Stadium, which is scheduled for completion next year. Should be ready for the next A-League season next year. Yeah. Marty says for best atmospheres, Melbourne Victory, Sydney Wanderers back in the day. Yeah, like Wanderers back at the old Parramatta Stadium. Like I remember going to, actually I went down. I remember going to Wanderers' first ever home game in 2012 when they played Mariners. It was a 0-0 draw. Yeah, dude, the RBB, just like they just covered the whole behind the goal. It was, and the noise, man, and just the sight of it too. Like when they do like do the thing. I don't know what do you call that when they have their arms on each other's shoulders and like move from side to side. Is that called? Is that something? Yeah, man. That old Parramatta Stadium. Obviously, the Wanderers' sort of attendances have slipped in recent years, has to be said. And hopefully, for the sake of the A-League and active support, they can get back to those glory days. Hey, I'd probably get loaned out. Dude, I probably would get loaned out if I played for the Mariners. Nah, I wouldn't accept a loan. I'd play for no one else. Yeah, man. Marty says the day Wanderers came to Gosford and filled 6 bays, brilliant atmosphere. I remember that. Very well. That was one of the most insane. Oh, chance Adelaide. It was one of the most insane home game experiences of the Mariners fan. I think it was the first time Wanderers came to Central Coast Stadium, and dude, it was crazy. They like took up that eastern stand at Central Coast Stadium. They took up almost like pretty much half of the entire thing, top and bottom stands. It was crazy. Like we're so used to having like it's a nice casual sort of family friendly vibe at Central Coast Stadium, and not that it wasn't that with the Wanderers fans there, but it was just like, am I in Parramatta, dude? Like the old Parramatta Stadium sort of felt similar. It was sort of like a similar layout almost to Central Coast Stadium. And I was like, dude, is this a Wanderers home game? Like, there's so many of them. It was epic, eh? It was epic. Steven says, my soccer dream was to play A-League. Dude, that's how it should be for youngsters growing up now. To dream of playing in the A-League, you know? Like, of course you can dream, everyone, you know, play in the World Cup, play for your Premier League team. But there's no harm and no shame in wanting to play for your A-League team along the way, at least. Yeah. Blake says Risdon deserves to be on that plane. Dude, I reckon, look, on this current form, he's looking confident. He's playing confident, which is good for a guy who's been riddled with injuries throughout recent years. Chuckmeat says best young Aussie overseas. Jeez. Look, Tom Rogic seems to be doing pretty well at the moment. Riley McGree seems to be getting some pretty regular football at Birmingham City. Who else, man? I don't know. You guys got any other suggestions? They're the first two that sort of spring to mind. It's good to see Gianni Stensnes settling in well in Norway. So, yeah, it's important. It's important for our national players to be getting some regular game time, you know. Stephen Mork on the ball for Reds. What's he going to do? Goes to Craig Goodwin. Not a lot of space here for the Reds, or should I say the Pinks, as one day plays in Goodwin. Chance here for a cross. Decent ball. Oh, headed clear by Imai. Okay. Worth pointing out as well, of course, I don't know why I didn't point this out earlier, and it's literally on the screen. Both teams playing pretty much the same style. Very structured in that 4-2-3-1 setup. Yeah, man. Who do I support in the EPL? Tottenham Hotspur, who haven't played a game in what feels like 2 years. All right, Adelaide sort of getting back into the game a little bit with some not really decent chances, but some decent field position. They're sort of maintaining the ball at least, which is a positive for them. And they're getting forward here again on the right. Ball forward for Toure. Lacroix is there and now passes it. Pressure on MI. Deal with it. Clearance is not convincing. And Track gets in there. That was weird from Lacroix. He sort of like dribbled it across his box. He just passed the ball, mate. All right, Adelaide. Can they create something? Isaias on the ball. Oh, look at that pass for Halloran. On top of Stanley, dude. Here we go. Ball comes in. Far post. Oh, Cavallo's there. Didn't really make any genuine contact. Yeah, dude, the Adelaide fans behind the goal. Is that like the designated away bay for when West United played there? Cam Devlin. Yeah, good shout, Cam Devlin. All right. Oh, nice little ball in. Chance here. Halloran, can he get there? Lacroix's there to clean up again. Oh, nicely done. Gets around his man. Okay. So, Adelaide having some better possession, better creating some decent openings here and there, getting some crosses in, but nothing really troubling Western at the moment. Have I been watching any of the Ashes? I'm not really into cricket, to be honest, which I know may be un-Australian of me. I've watched a little bit, but I don't really follow cricket that much, to be honest. That's my problem, eh? I follow like everything when it comes to the A-League. But that means I don't follow as much of other things. I should probably balance it out. But yeah, man. I mean, just goes to show, man, A-Leagues, it's a good time to get invested in it. It's competitive, it's exciting. Having said that, no, that doesn't mean I can't watch the Ashes. Conscript says Matty Ryan is the best. Mariners success story by far. Oh, look, it's fantastic. And I remember now, and this is going back a while. I think it was 2011. Might have been 2010. It was at this stadium where we're watching this game right now. It was at this stadium. Mariners played Melbourne Harder, I think it was. And I think it was Jess Van Stratton, who was the keeper for the Mariners at the time, went off injured. I think it was round one. I think it was the first game of the season. And Jess Van Stratton, who was the keeper at the time, came off injured. Young goalkeeper named Matty Ryan, who looked like a little teenager, man. He looked young. Comes onto the field, and the rest is history. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I remember his introduction, man. I remember that. And of course, he was involved in the Brisbane Roar Grand Final, wasn't he? Yeah, he was involved in that Grand Final. And then, of course, involved in the Mariners Championship winning year. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Any other sport than football? When I'm not watching football, I've recently been getting into Aussie rules. I watched a bit of the AFL last year. I'm a Greater and Western Sydney Giants fan. They're sort of one of the closest teams to me geographically. Bit of chit chat going on here between Diamante, who's on the field, and Isaias. Diamante doesn't look happy, man. Look at him. He's having a chat with Isaias, and he's on the ground getting treated, and he doesn't look happy. Oh, he's not accepting that. He was about to not accept the handshake from Jakobsen. Diamante likes to talk a lot. Diamante likes to chat on the field. Diamante loves to chat, man. There's not much in that. Like, yeah, like he clipped him and everything, but it didn't look that bad. Like, just a collision of the feet. Like, yeah, it probably hurt. But let's get on with it, mate. Shackmate says Langerack is the most underrated Australian player. He played a dozen odd games for Dortmund. He did indeed, didn't he? And if it wasn't for Matty Ryan, Langerack probably would have been the starting keeper, eh? For a couple of World Cups there, eh? But of course, Matty Ryan had to come out of nowhere. Okay. Steven says, I'm a Brisbane Lions fan, Coast Watch Footy. Nice. Yeah, so going back to sport. AFL recently got into it. Sort of just casual fan at the moment. And casually watch a bit of the NRL. Don't support anyone in it, but casually watch that as well. And then, tennis. Dude, when the Australian Open is on, I watch it every day. Like, I just have it on. It's just on. So, dude, it's next month. I just remember Australian Open is in like a month. Oh, it's so exciting. Or is it later than that? It might be in February. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. I do appreciate the questions. Feel free to ask more questions. I don't mind a chat, but to be fair, there hasn't been too much nothing eventful going on in the game as of yet. It has to be said. Barry B says, why can Harry Suter play for Australia when he's Scottish? I believe he's got a parent. I think it's his mum is Australian. And yeah, it's a bit funny with that sometimes. Hey, like there's been a lot of stories like that where like people have sort of changed like which country they're going to play for. There's been dramas in that, I know, like regarding England and like Ireland and stuff like that. I think it was Jack Grealish, I think, was eligible to play for Ireland. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but and picked England in the end. I don't know, there's a lot of drama with that, with some of those sorts of because it's a big deal. You know, it's basically like, you know, signing a player almost. So yeah, I think Harry Suter is an Australian parent. Hey, Xavier says you're my favorite YouTuber. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's my favorite comment in this live stream so far. Xavier also says, can't wait for the victory game tomorrow. Oh, dude, I can't wait for it either. It's going to be epic. Oh, and let you guys know now, actually, it's sort of an exclusive because I don't think I've shared it anywhere. I'm going to be doing my Mariners Wanderers live match reaction during halftime of the Melbourne Derby, which should be around 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. So 8:30 p.m. around then, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We're doing the live reaction to the Mariners Wanderers game. Didn't want to do it straight after because, of course, didn't want to clash with the Melbourne Derby because I know everyone's going to be watching the Melbourne Derby, eh? Do I think Zlatan would ever come to the A-League? Oh, look, honestly, when the rumours for Daniel Sturridge came up, I was like, nah, no way. Crossing for Western over the head of Windsor Halls. Do I see Zlatan joining the A-League? I don't think so. But yeah, as I said, I didn't think Daniel Sturridge was going to come, and now he's here. So look, it's not impossible. Yeah. Brock says, wait, is the Melbourne Derby tomorrow? It is indeed, yeah. Melbourne Derby. Melbourne City take on host Melbourne Victory. It is kicking off at 7:45 p.m. That's Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That is local time in Melbourne. So, that'll be 7:15 in Adelaide. 6:45, I think, in Brisbane, in Queensland. Yeah, man. Appreciate the follow on TikTok, by the way. No worries, mate. Why did Adelaide United game next Thursday get cancelled? Game next Thursday got cancelled because they were playing Perth Glory, and because of the COVID cases within Perth Glory, they've had to cancel the next two games. As Josh Richmond makes a burst into the box, chance Western United cleared away. Yes, that's the reason Perth Glory had to cancel both their games. So had to cancel this weekend's game against Brisbane, and they just went ahead and cancelled the Adelaide game as well. So, yeah. Toure getting around Imai here and goes definitely didn't look like a penalty to me. Shoulder to shoulder, contact sport, as they say, as Mark Bosnich would say. Is Brisbane Roar playing this week, Coast Watch Footy? Brisbane Roar is not playing this week, Coast Watch Footy. Yeah, they were scheduled to play Brisbane. Brisbane was scheduled to play Perth Glory tomorrow night. Not going ahead, unfortunately, due to Perth Glory's positive COVID cases, unfortunately. So Brisbane's next game is, can't remember off the top of my head. It's not Adelaide, because they had Perth Glory. Chance here for Adelaide. Toure, Stefan Moore, Halloran, edge of the box stuff here. Numbers In the back for Western. Cross comes in from Goodwin. Topper Stanley is there at the far post to clear. We're almost half an hour into this game and still no real breakthrough. I don't think either keeper's made a save as of yet. Yeah, man. Brock says, nah, it wasn't a pen. Yeah, certainly wasn't a pen, was it? Did not look like it at all. Two corners so far in this game for Adelaide United, who are in this, man. Who are by no means getting dominated or anything. Is streaming tomorrow, Sunday? I'm streaming Sunday night. I'll be streaming from 6:30 p.m. Sydney FC versus Wellington Phoenix. Live watch along for that one. So yeah, join me for that one. Goodwin corner. Comes in swinger for Adelaide. Decent ball. No, Jakobsen just jumped and missed the ball. Still on here for Adelaide. One day. Great flick pass. Back heel. Jacob Tratt on the ball. Goes for the pass. Sneaky pass. Stefan Mork in the box. Reds flicks it in. He's offside. Disappointing. Yeah, 2 streams this weekend to make up for... didn't do any watch-alongs last week. Who do I think is the best young A-League player? Look at the moment. Well, Daniel Pena is probably technically a young player, isn't it? We were talking about that before because Bert Gilroy was up there. We're talking about Bert Gilroy, but he's 24. So, look, if we're classifying from 23 and under, I think Daniel Pena's 23. And if we're talking 23 and under, probably going to say Daniel Pena. He's been fantastic. At the Central Coast Mariners, I have to talk about my Mariners. I think Harry Steele has been fantastic. He's only played 2 games. He's been superb. Who else, man? Let me stew in it for a second. As Adelaide come forward here, ball comes in almost towards Goodwin. Imai is able to clear. One day's there, still in for the Reds. Goodwin. Oh my God! I thought it went in. I freaked out a little bit too much there. Goodwin had a massive chance there to score and blasted it just over the bar. Oh, dude. Would have been a cracking goal, though, eh? Dorigo's a great shout. Yeah. Dorigo. Pena's 23. He's very talented. He is indeed, eh? Indeed. Steven says you would make a great A-League player. Why is people saying I should be playing in the A-League? You guys haven't seen me play. You guys see me, you'd see me play and you would change your mind in an instant, man. I've got the first touch of a donkey. I've got the first touch of a giraffe, man. All right, Moture for Adelaide. Western United getting pushed back in their box, man. And there's a free kick for Adelaide about 35 metres out from goal. Prediction is 3-1. Might have to get some goals soon, hey? Might see some goals. Will this be a goal here for the Adelaide? For the Adelaide United boys. Brock says Adelaide United pressing so high. Look, it's working for them so far. Goodwin's corner comes in, whips it towards the far post. No Adelaide head on it, but they're still in position. One day with a good cross. Good cross. Header from Goodwin is not on target. Thank you, Moro says, 3-0. 3-0. This ain't on TV, is it? It's on Paramount Plus. Streaming service Paramount Plus. Right now. Of course. I thought you'd be watching Barry B, being the Adelaide United fan you are, according to your profile picture. At this rate, it's Adelaide United who are looking a bit more likely, which is good. Which is good for them, man. Look, it would be a result. Look, it'd be good. It'd be nice just to shake up the league a little bit more. That would help balance things out. Why is play been stopped? Oh, Lustica is down and does not look well. Paramount Plus is 30 seconds delayed. I apologize. I'm not sure why I'm apologizing, but at least we got the timer there. I guess that's why that's what the timer to just make sure we can sync up. Feel free to pause me if you want. I think that's what you can. I think you can do that, right? You can like pause the stream and wait 30 seconds and hit play, and then I'll be up to date. Is that how that works? Yeah. Adelaide shirts, pink or salmon? I'm gonna say salmon. That's salmon. That's salmon. If it's like a soft pink, that's like salmon. I feel like pink. I don't have anything on me that's pink. Actually, I've got some football boots that are sort of pink. They're more like orangey though, like the sort of the fluory. Nah, I think pink is more like. I don't know. It's hard to describe. If you look at sort of the color, oh no, that's sort of red. I was gonna say the coloring of the like the text, like the font on Adelaide's kits, but that's sort of just straight up red, isn't it? I feel like pink is a bit darker, whereas this is salmon. What a funny topic of conversation. All right, long ball from Jakobsen won't work out, or will it? Nah. Dude, Stefan Walk is a man who always has strapping on one of his legs. I swear. He always looks beat up. Also, maybe I should just make a dedicated video for A-League players who have like the lowest socks. Stefan Walk is up there. But I tell you the A-League player who wears his socks lower than anyone else that I've ever seen in the history of the A-League. He plays for MacArthur FC. His name is Lockie Rose. Watch Lockie Rose on Sunday afternoon. He wears his socks so low, basically tucked into his boots, man. It's like how is his little shin pads not falling out? Western United chance here. Oh! Cross came in from Risdon there. He won the ball, and Wenzel Hall's almost a penalty shout. He got chopped down, and the ball goes out because an Adelaide plays down. Sharkmate says Western United have the best home kit. Look, I actually said just before kickoff that when I did my kit ratings video, which I did during pre-season, I actually didn't rate Western's kit that much. I was like, that's pretty boring. Like, that's nothing special. It's pretty standard. You know, all their kits pretty much look the same so far. You know, this is their third kit so far. But seeing it on the field, it actually looks kind of dope. And I actually do like how it's sort of the faded thing. I think that's a kind of cool look. And the green and black color scheme just looks dope. It's really worked. It's very bold. It's very it looks very it has a potential to be very iconic, I should say. But look, this Adelaide Salmon kit is fantastic as well. It looks awesome, man. Cameron asks, do you think Joe Gauci, subkeeper for Adelaide United FC, can be good in the future? Yeah. I mean, he showed in his stint. Are they checking VAR, man? They're checking VAR. Oh, he's having a look. He's having a look. Drama. Dun 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 dun. VAR. I should have a VAR graphic. Dun 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 dun. Was it a penalty? I'll answer the question quickly though. Does Joe Gauci have a future? Yes, 100%. He showed that from the stint that he had, and starting for Adelaide last season. But anyway, we are looking at this possible penalty shout. In real time, it didn't look like much. But it's I believe it's Jakobsen on Wenzel Halls. Oh, they're checking because it looks like Jakobsen doesn't get the ball. Jakobsen hits his boot. They're gonna no penalty. No penalty. No penalty. It was a bizarre one because it didn't at the time it didn't seem like a penalty, that much of a penalty. What do you guys make? No pen? No pen? Saint Kimura says yes pen? Yes penalty? I'd probably say no. It's just so they were both challenging for the ball. Maybe Jakobsen didn't get the ball, but I don't know if it's enough to say penalty. It's just, they're both going for the ball. They're both colliding. No pen. Muddy says no pen. Brock says no pen. Cameron says, that's cool. I'm family friends with Gauci. Nice. Remember when Gauci was coming up for the Mariners Academy a few years back. Lustica's down again, man. Stephen Lusker's down again for Western United. The guy's probably going to come off at this rate. Chance. Adelaide on the counter. Getting forward quickly. Oh, big chance here. It's Yavi Lopez. Blocked. Corner. Ooh. Spicy. This is good stuff. 40 minutes in this game. Not long till halftime. Cameron also says no pen. Yeah. It would have been... Had that have been given a pen, it would have been, yeah. It would have been something. Maybe Lopez with a strike there. And, yeah, corner. Stevie Luska. Yeah, he's coming off, isn't he? For Jerry Skatatis. Yeet. We've got our first substitution of the game, and it's updated right now on the graphics. Jerry Skatatis coming into midfield for Western. As it's a corner here for Adelaide United. Goodwin. Halloran. Haha, sneaky. Another corner. Jerry Skatatis on the field for Western United in replacement of Lustica. Lustica's been, he's one of those, Stephen Lustica is one of those players who's like a quiet achiever. He was a quiet achiever at Brisbane Roar back in the day. Except for that time he scored 4 goals against the Mariners. I'm not going to bring that up though. But he's certainly doing a consistent job here at Western United so far this season. Craig Goodwin with the outswinging corner for the Reds. He fires it across. That didn't work out at all, did it? They've gone all the way back to halfway here. Adelaide United. They would love a goal. I mean, anyone would love a goal at any time. But Adelaide United, based off this first half that they've had, which has been positive, would appreciate a golazo. Will it come? Will it happen? I think it would be important if they did, just because, especially with the way the West United play, you'd imagine that they'd be the more likely side, just, the structured way that they play. West United would be the side to grab the winner here at home in the second half. But if Adelaide could grab a goal here before going to the halftime sheds, then that puts a completely different spin on the second half. Stephen says Adelaide United 5, Western United 0. Look, if Adelaide United score 5 goals in the second half, I'd be stunned. Western United might break through here. It's Lockie Wales getting challenged on the ball by Isaias, but he's still going here, Lockie Wales. Chops inside. Will he go outside? Goes inside again. Plays the ball out to Payne. Sands Western. Connor Payne has the outside run. Cuts inside. Right foot. Oh, good goal. Great goal. Connor Payne. Great goal. Fantastic stuff. He scored in consecutive games, man. Connor Payne has scored. Western United 1, Adelaide 0. We were just talking about it, man. I was saying Adelaide need the goal. Western United at home, man. They're going to be good in the second half. And it might cost them now. Western United score. Connor Payne. Great stuff with Lockie Wales. Brings the ball across. Connor Payne. Great overlap run from Diamante to draw the defender a little bit. And look at that. Connor Payne on his weaker right foot cuts inside. That's a good finish. Man. That's a great finish. Connor Payne. But dude, Lockie Wales, Connor Payne, both having good seasons so far for Western. It's good. It's good stuff. The two of them combined last week for that goal against Brisbane. 2 of them have combined once again here. Brock says, crap defense. Dominic says, I love Western. Cameron says, never mind. 2-1 to Adelaide. 2-1 to Adelaide. Yeah, good to happen. But on the stroke of halftime, Western United have taken a lead here, which you'd probably have to say honestly, I'd probably say is against the run of the play. The way this first half has looked, I feel like Adelaide United have had more of the sort of the front half domination, if you like. You know what I mean? They've looked more likely. But having said that, Adelaide haven't really created too many clear-cut chances. Like they've had the possession and they've had the field position, but they haven't had the clear-cut chances. And that's, I guess, again, that's credit to Western structure, not letting them get into those dangerous parts of the field. And look, that's what Western United have been about. Defend out, grab the goal, and that's all they need, bro. Lockie Wales, again, down the right wing. For Western, it's Jairus Gutierrez getting an early touch on the ball. Good ball in. Looking for Wenzel Halls. Jacob Trent clears for a header. Barry says, there goes my life savings. Xavier says, I miss Victory Connor Payne. Of course. Connor Payne starting his early career at Melbourne Victory. Spent a couple of years at the Mariners. Now at Western. John Aloisi. Here's on the replay of John Aloisi's goal celebration. He looks pumped. The man looks pumped. The man looks very excited. As he should be, mate. As he should be. 2 minutes of injury time. Got 1 more minute to go of regular play as Neil Kilkenny's going to whip in this corner for Western. Decent ball. Near post. Doesn't work out. Ooh, can Adelaide jump away on the counter here? Diamante. That might be it. Hey, Coast Watch Footy, what's your favourite Mariners t-shirt? 16-17, which is like a fluoro. If it's I put up on the, if you want to check the community tab on the channel, I put up a photo of it last weekend actually of me wearing it at the Mariners game on the weekend. I'm pretty sure it's 16-17 season. It's like fluoro. It's not fluoro, but it's a very bright yellow, brighter than what Mariners usually have, with just like sort of the navy strips like down the sides. Just so super clean. That's my favorite Mariners kit. Carvalho plays a ball in for Adelaide United. They have a chance here. They've got 4 seconds left. Isaias, they get to just whip a ball in, mate. Ref's going to blow a whistle. Still on. Craig Goodwin comes in for Mork. Chips it around. Chance Reds. Ball comes in. Blocked. Defenders are there. And that's surely... Yep. Halftime. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Western United, the home team, have the lead so far. A late goal in that first half to Connor Payne. That combination again, Lockie Wales, Connor Payne, the two former Mariners, once again combining. Look, as a Mariners fan, hate to see it, but it's working for him at the moment. What do we make of it? What do we make of it? They're looking good. Dominic says, don't sleep on the Jets. That's it going off right now. You are correct indeed. And that's why last week I made a dedicated match reaction video to that game where Western United, when Newcastle Jets smashed Wellington Phoenix 4-0 at home that was last Friday. And yeah, man, Mikkel Datsi almost had a hat-trick. Probably should have had a hat-trick in that game. I think he had an assist as well. Yeah, you're right. Yule has been fantastic. Daniel Pena, fantastic. Even Olivia Bumal, who's probably out of all of the new acquisitions, has maybe flown under the radar compared to the others, but has been really, really good as well. So this Newcastle Jets attack is going to cause trouble for a lot of teams this season. So some of the best defenses. And that's why Sunday's game against MacArthur is going to be really interesting, because this is the first time on Sunday that the Jets will be coming up against a side that plays with 3 central defenders. So, yeah, man, it's going to be really interesting to sort of see how they just go with that. In all of their games, they've looked likely, the Newcastle Jets. They've been in the games, all of them. Even the loss round 1 against my Mariners, the F3 derby, they were in it. So, Newcastle Jets are going to be super competitive this year. Has to be said. Dominic says, so fun to see them open it up. The way that they played, they just played with such, it just looked fun. It looked like they were having fun out there. You know what I mean? Like they're playing with such freedom, Newcastle Jets. And they were playing in a way that I feel like we don't see that often in the A-League. They were taking risks and they were playing together and the movement was incredible. One of the key features about Newcastle Jets in attack is that, next time they play, watch Mikkel Datsi, number 9 for Newcastle Jets. The dude drops back so far, so often. He gets involved in the build-up play on so many occasions. And it makes it tricky for opposition defenses when that happens, because then in a defensive from a defensive aspect, you get to be organized in regards to who's tracking him, who's marking him when he drops back. You get to be the centre backs have to be communicating with those holding defenders. You know what I mean? So when they've got that sort of fluidity and the fact that it's clicking so far, there's clicking now, and they picked up this win. Like, this win's been coming, that 4-0 win for them. That's why I'm backing them again for another win this weekend. I reckon they'll outdo MacArthur in this game. MacArthur, a side similar to Western United, who are a side who have a game plan, very strong defensively so far, and we're happy to snatch that 1-0 win. They did it against the Mariners. They got 2 against the Wanderers last week, and that Sunday's game is going to be very, very fascinating. Dominic, well, it's funny I'm talking about. I just see Dominic's comment now. Is MacArthur the most sound defensively in your eyes? I'd probably say Western are at the moment, and they're showing that in this game as well. They just rarely look troubled, Western United, but MacArthur probably second. Yeah, those are top 2 at the moment. Those are top 2, and then third probably Melbourne Victory. It just goes to show the teams in the A-League. It's not necessarily the teams with the most attacking threat that finish the top. It's the teams who have the best defenses that finish top. Think about Melbourne City last year. Curtis Good, Nuno Reis, Ross and Griffiths, Jamison, Galloway. These guys are so solid at the back. So yeah, man, it's all about having a solid defense. And I think John Aloisi's been really smart as Western United's coach so far. He's got it working. He's got his team so disciplined. Yeah, man. Jack says, is your prediction still 1-0 Western United? Yep. And so far it's true. So hopefully we can have a round where I can get at least 2 or 3 predictions correct. That's what we're hoping for, man. That's what we're hoping for. Craig Stevens says Craig Moore was a legend for Brisbane Roar. That was a long time ago, isn't it? Craig Moore for Brisbane Roar. Yeah, mate. I'm just reading this comment back up here from Cameron, who says, I reckon if the United attack such as Yengi Toure had more experience, they would be crushing the A-League. If the United attack such as... I'm trying to understand your comment. I think you mean if they had more experience. Right, so if they had more experience, they'd be crushing it. Yeah. For sure. And it plays for Adelaide, like there's a lot of responsibility placed on like Goodwin and Goodwin, Halloran and Mork, all have like really good A-League experience. And yeah, the guys like Toure and Yengi obviously don't. So I don't know, Adelaide, because they have had experienced strikers in the past. When you think back to like Baba Diawara, and players like that, it hasn't really clicked for them. I can't recall a strike in recent years where that's really sort of clicked for Adelaide United. They just haven't found that man. They're hoping it's going to be Cassini Yengi. He's not playing tonight, but yeah, man, yeah. Will City? Dominic also asks, will City and Sydney wake up? Well, I think there's more concern to Sydney FC. We have to talk about Sydney FC. And look, I've talked about them a lot in the last 2 podcast episodes, actually, here on Coastwood Football. Talked a lot about Sydney FC and the issues regarding, well, look, issues. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but look, they've been lackluster, but that's only comparing them to their usual standards. We're used to seeing Sydney FC really, really succeed. We're used to seeing Sydney FC towards the top of the table, even from the get-go each season, and they're not there, and they're without a win. And even last week against the Mariners, they were uncharacteristically sloppy in defense. Joel King getting exposed at times, just missing tackles, wayward passes, even in midfield. The injury to Luke Bratton doesn't help at all, eh? So yeah. Do I think Western United will score again? Asks Jack. Yeah, they could, but I'm going to back my 1-0 win. I'm gonna back my prediction, but look, they could, because Adelaide obviously have to push here, and not simply because they're down, simply because Adelaide haven't won a game this season. And if they'd probably take a draw. Look, a draw would be okay. But if they lose, then they're 3 draws, 2 losses, and it's not the worst, but yeah, man. Hamza says Dylan Wenzel-Hawes to score next. That's a fair shout. He's up there. Alex says, you do great content. Keep up the great work. Thanks for that comment, Alex. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Brisbane Roar fan, Alex, according to their profile picture. Oh, we love water. Dominic says, Sydney started slow last year, if you remember. They did have to climb the table, but traditionally, they usually start well. It's a good point. The injuries to Costa Barbarouses doesn't help as well. It was Bobo's first game back on the weekend. He didn't really get to have too much of an impact. I'm still backing them to get a win. I reckon they'll win against Wellington on Sunday night. We're doing a live watch along for that on Sunday night. If anyone wants to come hang out from 6:30 p.m. to do a live watch along and reaction to Sydney FC and Wellington Phoenix. So I reckon they'll get the win. I reckon they will turn around this weekend. Barry B asks the question which I hate answering. If you could not go for CCM, what other team would you choose? I find that such like a weird question to answer. And look, and actually I have answered this in the past, and my answer is a boring one, and it's no one. And I think that's okay. Like, you can watch a league and not support anyone. Like, for me, I watch the NRL, but I don't support anyone. So yeah, dude. I'd watch the league as much as I do now, which is, I try to, I catch up with every game. But if I wasn't supporting Mariners, I wouldn't support anyone else. There genuinely isn't anyone else that like sticks out for me. It genuinely isn't. Best and worst marquee players down the years. I guess that's a multifaceted question, because you have to sort of think about, you have to weigh the expectation of the marquee. Someone who maybe didn't perform to maybe the heights that we'd maybe hope or expect them to is someone like David Villa for Melbourne City. He's probably up there with one of the worst in terms of he didn't make too much of an impact. But to be fair, he didn't play that many games. If he was given a full season, then maybe he would have been fantastic. And the best marquee. I mean, did Broich and Brisha come as marquees? Did they arrive as marquee players? I don't know if they both arrived as marquee players. I think Broich might have. I don't know. But in terms of international players, they're up there, obviously. I thought Diamante's first season was very good for West United. Just thinking of him right now. Yeah. Thanks for backing me up for that prediction there, Cameron. Yeah, 1-0. 1-0. We're sticking with that. Who is Ninkovic? Asks Stephen. Who is Ninkovic? Are there any Sydney FC fans who want to jump on for an educational exploration tour on the history of Miloš Ninkovic? One of Sydney FC's all-time greats, it has to be said. Ninkovic is an attacking midfielder who still plays for Sydney FC, has been there for a number of years. Excuse me. Yeah, he's a fantastic player, very talented, great footwork, great dribbler of the ball. That's right. He's older now, but still productive. Yeah, I think he's 36 now. Is that right? Again, someone back me up with these ages. I can never pull that off the top of my head, but I think Miloš Ninkovic is 36 now. So look, he's been in the A-League for quite some time now. I think it's maybe 5-ish years. 5, 6 maybe years. It's been a while. Chuckmate says, you should do an A-League tier list vid. Not sure what the topic, but always entertaining. People seem to like tier list videos, isn't it? I wonder what it is. I don't really see the appeal in them, to be honest, but maybe that could be fun. Tier lists. When I did the kit rankings video during pre-season, I did that. I just did like a score out of 10 for each kit. So maybe a tier list would be fun. He is 36. There we go. Miloš Ninkovic, 36 years of age. How about that? Oh, look, he's a fantastic player, but probably at the moment isn't hitting the heights. Isn't hitting the heights that he used to. Yeah. Barry asks, what is going on with the EPL with COVID? It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. With obviously the postponement of the games. We obviously all want it to go ahead. And yeah, man. Unfortunately, the COVID cases at the teams mean they're having to postpone games. And of course, we're talking about it pre-game here, if you guys weren't here. So yes, a number of A-League teams have reported positive COVID cases in recent days. That includes Newcastle Jets. We're talking about men's teams here. Newcastle Jets, MacArthur FC reported some today. Some, I shouldn't say some. I think it's just one. I don't know how many it is. Perth Glory has been the big one, though. Perth Glory have had to postpone their next 2 games. So that was this weekend against Brisbane Roar, and that's next Thursday against Adelaide United, which is a shame because Perth Glory it's been rough for them, man. Perth Glory, they've had to have this massive run of away games. Daniel Sturridge hasn't been playing, and now it seems like it's getting more and more chaotic for them. And there's now talk of they want to try and get them home for Christmas, which was not part of the plan. Or was it? Was it part of the plan? I think it was part of the plan. But now it's just that's right. The Western Australia weren't open their borders or something. Yeah, man. And I feel for Perth. I feel for Wellington Phoenix. It feels like a long time now. This is the third, I guess, consecutive season that has been impacted in some way by the pandemic. And it feels like a long time since we've had a regular A-League season with games over in Wellington. I miss watching Wellington games. It's a unique vibe. I've never been there, but it's a unique vibe, like even just watching on TV, watching a team play over in Wellington. Yeah, man. So hopefully we can get back to some normality soon, hey? Am I neutral? Support someone in the Premier League? I support Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah. Yeah, man. So hopefully there's no postponements in regards to the A-League. In terms, I'd be surprised if it got to that point. I feel like they'll figure out something. I'm sure they got contingencies to deal with it too, whether they shift teams to a certain state. We saw that happen in the NRL, didn't we, earlier this year? Basically, the entire competition moving to Queensland, and they pulled it off. As we prepare for the second half here in Melbourne. About to get underway here, the two teams are out on the field for the second half. Let's go. Are we kicking off? I started my timer. That was a funny one. Here we go. Adelaide United need to come from behind here against Western United. Western getting forward early. Ball comes in from Lockie Wales. Headed clear. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, in the box. Chance. Diamante. Oh, my goodness me. Chaotic start right here already in the second half. Chaotic stuff indeed. Diamante, almost with a spectacular strike. Oop. Western United with a corner here. Diamante to make it an in-swinging corner. Is there a second goal early in this half for Western? Ball punched. Delianov. All right. Western United, a lively start here in the second half. Let's oh, free kick. Top of Stanley. Foul. Don't know what happened there. Those who are regular watchers of the Coast Football Live watch-along live streams know that we like to dig into some mint intense chocolate. Not sponsored. Perfect treat for your football. What's everyone's go-to snack for tonight's game? Who's snacking? Who's got the peanut M&Ms who's got the peanut M&Ms going? Who's got the? I was gonna say popcorn. Who would have popcorn? I guess it's not that we have popcorn. But anyway, dark chocolate, everyone. Diamante. Oh! Oh! Almost crossed the line. I mean, spilling crumbs everywhere. Are we still talking about Milos Ninkovic in the chat? A-League to have a second division. Can't wait for it. We are keen. Everyone wants it to happen, man. I haven't seen anyone that's like, nah. Nah, I don't want promotion relegation. It's like, of course. Cameron says, Woolies $3 party mix is always go-to. Always nice. Woolies $3 party mix, mate. I'm not the biggest party mix fan, only because there's like only a couple things in a party mix that I go for. That's milk bottles. That's the little strawberries and cream, like the red and white things. And then bananas, as little lolly bananas in party mix. Welcome to Coast Watch Football A-League Live watch-alongs, where we also review review lolly bags, review party mixes. Dude, maybe I should just shake up my content and just do like food reviews. That'd be very boring. I wouldn't be good at that. Chuckmate says, second division 2023 because of the 130 million deal, according to the news. I think at this stage it's just it's not confirmed though, is it? It's like still chill, right? Oh, yellow card for Risdon. Like it's still sort of like just a low key rumor. Oh, a little bit of Risdon pushing something on the SIS. Risdon gets the yellow card. Hey. Footy says, your camera's clear tonight. This is a new camera. I think I had it for my last live stream, which was 2 weeks ago, which would have been, goodness me, was that Western Perth? It was probably my last live stream, Western Perth, 2 weeks ago. Had it then, but and then before that, if you go to any of your previous live streams, like the Sydney Derby live stream, or the 2 weeks ago was Wanderers Phoenix. What am I talking about? If you go to my previous live streams, you'll see a lower quality camera, and that's because I recently upgraded camera. So hopefully I'm looking crystal clear. I'm still tweaking settings, so apologies if it's not looking absolutely crisp, but we're working on it. Footy Galore also says, hey, how are you? Coastwood Football, new to the channel. Hope you're going well. This is great content. Well, Footy Galore 09, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here in the chat. As Adelaide United almost scored a goal. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. How's it going? Where are you tuning in from? Do you support an A-League team? If so, who do you support? Sorry that I asked 7 questions just then, but great to have you here. And thanks, I appreciate it. Ah, mate, we love some dark mint chocolate. Did I say someone said Cadbury mint? It was Conscript. Conscript says Cadbury peppermint. Nice stuff. Steven says donuts are a good snack. I can't remember the last time I ate a donut. Isn't that crazy? When I was like growing up as a kid, I know this is getting super off topic. When I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with Krispy Kremes. I thought they were the best thing ever. Now they sort of make me feel sick, even after one. I'm like, that's enough. That's one of the things I've learned about growing up. Not that I'm old now, but your taste buds change. Your appetite changes. Let's get back to the football, hey. Lockie Wales is on the ball. This live watch along's getting weird, isn't it? That ball definitely went out of play. Goal kick. All right, the question is, are Adelaide going to equalise? I think the chances of Adelaide winning this game are very low. Very low. I'd say 5% max. Yeah. You going to the Socceroos game in Melbourne? I am not. That would be an interstate trip for me. But I heard there's been some good ticket sales for that game as Craig Goodwin is chopped down, and for some reason they didn't play advantage. They literally just scored. Oh, Adelaide United players are complaining. Oh, okay. Wow. Would they have scored? I feel like the Western United players heard the whistle and probably stopped, and that's why Adelaide scored. The goalkeeper probably didn't even make a dive for it. Goodwin just got Lilaqua. Oh, top of the boot. Studs were up. Look, it's well, I'm not saying red card, but and then no, they played on, dude, and then it was Ben Halloran who goes on to score. What is Kurt Ham saying here? Like, how? I've seen this a couple times actually in the A-League this season so far, where the referee should be playing advantage and they don't, and I don't get it. Anyway, weird one. Lilaqua, yellow card for the Swiss centre back. Okay. Look, there's a little bit of fight in this game. There's a little bit of competitive spirit, which we like. Okay. Yavi Lopez on the ball. Plays on a cross way too close to Jamie Young. Way too close. Terrible cross. Western United still in control. Who is my favorite footballer in the world? Easy question to answer. Ruan Tongi, of course. Ruan Tongi. Nah, at the moment it's probably Jacob Farrell. Jacob Farrell for the Mariners, mate. Here we go. Nice ball from Isaias to find Moture in the box. Cross. Oh, well dealt with there. Tamaki Imai. He's been good at the back. Imai, or was it Kilkenny got in there? Western United's the service crew, active support behind the goal for Western United. Look, in decent numbers, it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination. But they do have some sort of active support. Okay. Risdon again, not letting his man. Oh no, it's Imai again. It's Tamaki Imai. He's everywhere. (3-1). Got some more predictions in here. 3-1. 1-1, 2-1. I'm still back at my 1-0. I think Western United hold out for this win again. Purely because based off history, we've seen them do it 3 weeks in a row now, and this will make it 4 weeks in a row if they do it again here. Another 1-0. But Adelaide United have threat. They have talent in that attack, and there's a challenge on Skatatis from Mock. Another, yeah. That was a weird one from Stefan Mork. Sort of kicked the back of the leg of Skatatis. Alright, here we go. Western forward again. Wenzel Hall's on the ball. Back for Jerry Skatatis. Kilkenny. Plays it in for Wales. Looking to take on Cavallo. Oh, nicely done. He's away. There's no foul. Big chance, Western. Saved Delianov. Went for that near post cross. Probably should have cut it back for Connor Payne. Thought he would have gone for that, combination once again, but not to be. Your hair and glasses are really in trend / cool. Thanks for the compliment. Trend / cool. I like that. I like how you weren't sure which word to use, so you did both with a slash. Trend / cool. Thanks. You go for City. Very nice. Very nice. Successful times at the moment, of course, for Melbourne City, isn't it? I hope you hit... Oh, yeah, sorry, I missed that comment from earlier too. I hope you hit 1K soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys, for being here to tune along for the game, for the watch-along. Appreciate it. Thanks for spending your Friday night in the Coastwatch Football watch-alongs. We are doing these just about every week here in the A-League. Live watch-alongs. Craig Goodwin forward here for Adelaide United. He's on the right wing now. Wingers have swapped for the Reds. Gabby Lopez to Craig Goodwin. Building here, Adelaide. Cross comes in again. Cavallo. Again, dude, dealt with. I'm telling you, man. This is going to be the story of the second half. Adelaide will keep pushing. But unless there's a horrible mistake at the back from Western United, Adelaide United aren't cracking it. Which, again, has been the story of Adelaide United season so far. The team have looked promising. They haven't been poor. They haven't been poor this season, Adelaide United, despite not winning a game as of yet. But they're just, I don't know what it is, man. There's no like, maybe they are missing that star striker. You know? It's hard. It's hard when there's no like clear answer. There's no clear solution for Adelaide United. They've got the personnel. They've got the players. This is a quality squad that Adelaide United have. Oh, man. Jerry Scatardis caught on the ball. Mo Toure, what can he do? What can he do? He's trying to get around Imai. He's inside the box. He's still on it. Oh, almost handball on Scatardis. I don't think it was, though. It was very close. Even then, I mean, Toure was away, but he was alone. And look at this. Now Western can break. They've got players out on the left-hand side. Lockie Wales are once again on the ball, coming inside for Diamante. Across for Kilkenny. Western United finding space already in this half. Not even an hour into the game. Wenzel Hall's looking to get past Lopez. Topper Stanley getting involved in attack. Diamante. Oh, have a shot. He looked like he was about to pull the trigger. Western's defense turning Coastwatch into a Western fan. Never. But you can appreciate good football when you see it, mate. And at the moment, Western United have the best defense in the league by a long way. Oh, great move, Scatardis. One day came in flying in with that sliding tackle. Little shift of the ball to get around him. Footy Galore says, going to the City versus Victory Christmas derby tomorrow. I'm anxious. I reckon Victory will have a chance. You know what's your take on that? You're streaming it. If you want to hear my full take on it, that's I did a round predictions video where I dived a little bit into the Melbourne derby. But I can give you some right here. Look, going to be way more competitive compared to last season. We know the scorelines from last season. 6-0 City, 7-0 City. The last one was 1-1. But Melbourne Victory will be out for revenge. And I think they will be way more competitive. Victory are looking a little bit more impressive coming into this game compared to City, who are City are underperforming so far this season. Whereas Victory look like the real deal under Tony Popovich. And my scoreline prediction is 3-2 Victory. 3-2 Victory. Yeah, man. Cameron says, I would like to see Delap, young striker from City in the Prem as a future signing. Yeah, Liam Delap. I think he's 18, isn't he? From Manchester City. That could be cool. We have seen in the past where young English players have come over on like loan moves. Remember Mariners had some back in a few years ago. Stephen Mallon, Sam Graham from Sheffield United came over on loan for the second half of the season. So yeah, it has happened. All right, here we go. Craig Goodwin for the Reds. Danger man. Playing in Lopez. Chance here. Oh. What a chance, Adelaide. Mo Toure just ran past it. And that is the yellowest of cards for Jacob Tratt, who has just destroyed Diamante. He hasn't destroyed him, but he tripped him up. He pulled him down. Footy Galore says, cheers, mate. Your IQ is all A-League. And nothing else, unfortunately. Oh, what a chance. Does a nice little move. Yavi Lopez got him behind, and the cross just behind Toure. And look at that for a foul. Oh, some yellow cards are just like stunningly obvious. Just like you want an orange card. You want something in between yellow and red. Just for fouls like that are just like just taking out the man completely. I don't know what that would mean, an orange card. Maybe it means you get a sin bin. Maybe it means you go off for 10 minutes. That would be weird. Imagine if football did that. That'd be weird. Oh wow. Now good. Calvert, Adelaide coach on the screen right now, looks a little bit concerned. Looks a little bit quizzical. If that's an appropriate word to use. I'm sure he'll use very smart and other things. Look, I like movies. I wouldn't say I was smart when it comes to movies, but yeah, A-League is where it's at, mate. All right, here we go. Goal time. I feel it, man. Maybe we will get a goal here. Wenzel Halls wins the ball, and they've got numbers here on the left for Western. Connor Payne, surging infield. Ball comes out here to Diamanti. Here we go. Dominic says, I love the tough Australian aspect to this league. It's so refreshing. Oh, it's a very competitive league. The games are feisty. Adelaide now on the front foot. It's end-to-end stuff here at the moment. Team's finding a bit more space in midfield. It's a wayward pass from Toure. Toure, who hasn't really settled into this game. Oh, little bit of. Oh, dude. Oh, Riston's getting in it. Riston's having a go. What was that about? Oh, dude, it's always so funny because it's like, why? There's a little bit of chit chat again involving Isaias. Is the card coming out? There is a card coming out. There was a foul in Wenzel Halls. That and what happened after is probably worth. Oh, dude, he grabbed what? Oh, come on, man. You can't grab someone's throat. I'm not saying it's a red card, but you can't grab someone's throat like that, and he deserved a yellow card. Come on, man. What are we doing? Good substitution. This guy should be starting. Bernardo Oliveira. Bernardo, the son of Adelaide United legend Casio, coming onto the field for, I imagine it's probably going to be one day. Did it come up on the board? It didn't look like it came up on the board. No, it's Mo Toure. Mo Toure's coming off. Look at that neck grab. The grab, not even the neck, his throat. His face just grabbed Dylan Wenzel Hall's throat. Looks like, Benny Halloran up as a striker. No, very nice. Adelaide on the front foot. Bernardo getting an early touch of the ball here, cutting inside. Brilliant stuff. Oh, what an impact that would have been. Good save by Young to parry it away. Still on here for the Reds. Ball comes back here. Strike from Isaias. Goes wide. And has a chat with Kilkenny afterwards. Good little sign. Early signs there from Bernardo. Love to see it. Love to see a young player tearing it up. Go Halloran up as striker. Bernardo playing off the right hand side. Good one still on the left as Dylan Perius getting ready to come on for probably one of the wingers. Might be Connor Payne who's getting assessed by the doctors. Cameron asks, says, do you reckon Blackwood was a useless signing for United? Well, look, to be fair on the guy, he hasn't really gotten any game time yet. So we'll see. He spent, a year in England, I think, at Oldham Athletic, and whether he has an impact, we don't know. And is it a useless signing? It's not a useless signing, but it's not a good signing. It's not a good signing. If Adelaide need a good, strong striker. And look, George Blackwood isn't a proven consistent goal scorer at A-League level. So it was a bit of a weird one. But I don't know if I go as far to say it's useless, because he still probably has the potential. Like, he's still relatively young. I think he's 24 probably, George Blackwood. Well, it's Wenzel Hall's coming off. Wenzel Hall's coming off for Prius. A change that we see made a lot. Dylan Prius coming on. All slotting up front, Dylan Prius. Oops. Hey, here we go. Lasdog asks, where do you reckon Mariners will finish this season? I'm sticking with my original ladder prediction for them. And again, sticking off on that based off the start that we've made, which is to see them finish 5th. I reckon Mariners will finish 5th. No higher. 5th or maybe 6th. Yeah, I'm hoping to sneak in. But look, at the moment, I think top 4 for me, I think Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory are going to be up there. Based off these first 5 games, Western United should be finishing top 4. 100%. They've just been... defense. What I was talking about a little bit earlier, defenses. If you have a solid defense, that goes a long way in the A-League, and Western United have got that this season. So Western United should finish top 3, top 4 at least, and then maybe the other team to finish top 4. I don't think it'll. I'm not confident enough to say MacArthur. I still think Wanderers might get up there. And I know it's like Wanderers fans probably wouldn't even agree with me, but I still like their team. Maybe Jets, actually. Maybe Jets, who are a bit of like a dark horse, I guess, now. Yeah. Oscar asks, why do Western United play some of their home games at Amy Park? There's still... the situation has been all over the place for Western United since they've come into the league, considering they don't have a sort of set stadium. Yeah, I don't know the exact reason for it, but they've always done that, where they've played some games at Amy Park, they've played some games at GMHBA Stadium in Geelong. They played some games, last season they played a couple of games in Tassie. They played some games at Mars Stadium in Ballarat, and they're doing the same thing this year, I think, where they're just sort of shuffling around. I'm pretty sure the ground where the stadium's at is finally, construction has finally started. For something, they've started building roads, or they're doing something there. It's not just the stadium, there's a full-on precinct. It's a full-on setup, their new home stadium. I shouldn't say, well, it is technically a new stadium, but it's their first home stadium, technically speaking. So hopefully that gets built sooner than later, as there's a chance here for Adelaide United, Halloran into the box. Tomoki Imai wants a place in the Coast Watch Football Team of the Week with the way he's playing, mate. He hasn't put a foot wrong. The Japanese central defender has been fantastic. Ball forward from Bernardo, but again, doesn't find anyone. It's just question marks for this Adelaide United side, isn't it? If I was any Adelaide United fans in the chat, I'd be frustrated. This is frustrating. It's frustrating because they've got the quality. Like, look at the nice little move from Bernardo, and the... maybe it was just the wrong pass, eh? Dominic says, Brisbane is really missing Jamie Young and Wenzel Halls, and it's refreshing to see Young play behind a top defence. Brisbane made bad defence made Young look bad at times. Oh, they certainly are missing those guys. They're missing Joey Champness. They're missing Dan Zaki. They're missing, even like players like Macaulay Gillespie. And at the moment, still out in injuries, Tom Aldred. And all of this is costing them. And it is. Because they're sitting bottom of the table. They've scored 1 goal in 4 games. And, they're not playing this weekend, Brisbane. They've got a break. They've got a week. They've got a weekend off, Brisbane. After their game against Perth was called off. But, hey, man, I'm concerned for Brisbane. Oscar says, surely they would have started building at season 1, so it would be near done now. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. It's frustrating. You'd think, right? And anyone with a normal functioning human being would think that would be the logical choice. But I guess these things are never that simple. It's quite the process involved with this. And look, it's obviously not the first time in the A-League we've had this sort of situation. Western Sydney Wanderers spent 3 years away from Parramatta, while what is currently named Combank Stadium had to be built. And the same thing with Sydney FC. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a similar thing with Sydney FC. I know they play most of their games at Jubilee, some games at Leichhardt Oval. Forward ball here. Oh, it's a good one. It might work out here, but it looks like Delianov is going to come for it. Close one. Prius was on him. Connor Payne on the ball again. Nice touch. He's away. He's got space. Plays it wide for Wales. Lockie Wales on the ball. Probably should have played it back rather than going for the shot. It's going to be a throw-in. I'm just laughing at Barry's question. Favorite microwave meal? I don't know. That's a great question. That's a fantastic question. And I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for you. Favorite microwave meal? I don't know, vegetables? Sometimes you do like, you get the frozen veggies, you can just whack in the microwave. That's technically not a meal though, is it? We've spent a lot of this live watch along talking about food. If anyone's watching back on the replay, they're just going to see a lot of us talking about food. Paris is away here for Western. The ball's just going to get away from him. We are 74 and a half minutes into this game. Oh, it's going to be a corner into this game. And look, I'd be surprised if we saw a goal from either side here until full time. But still, we're keeping an eye on all the action. Western United have to stay switched on for this final 15 minutes. John Aloisi will be very upset if they don't, because at the moment, they haven't conceded a goal in 4 games. In almost 4 games, I should say. Kilkenny. Corner short for Diamante, who plays the ball in. Looking far post. No one home. Risdon will get there, though. Josh Risdon on the ball. Can he play a ball in? Topper Stanley has stayed forward. Ball comes in now towards Perez. It's over him and cleared by Bernardo. Great question, though, about the microwave meal. Charles says, hey, mate, love these watch-alongs. Thanks. I love them, too. It's a lot of fun. It's something that I was keen to do heading into this season. I was planning on doing some watch-along stuff. And look, it's not an original idea. I know that I've seen a lot of Premier League, in the Premier League, there's a lot of like fan channels and stuff that do watch-alongs. And I thought it'd be great to do if something was like that for the A-League. So that's why we're here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I appreciate you guys being here with these watch-alongs. I do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. Of course, a good place actually to keep you guys updated to all the lineup stuff. Formations and everything up on the screen here. As the ball comes in, strike from Goodwin is not convincing. Adelaide United starting to look very lethargic in attack now. Very lethargic. They've shown the ladder graphic on the screen. Western United, this win, of course, taking them top of the ladder on 12 points. That's 4 wins and 1 loss. Adelaide United, this result will keep them at 10th place with 3 points. If Sydney FC win on Sunday, Adelaide will slip to second bottom. Which, is still, of course, early in the season, but you don't want to be on the back foot. You do not want to be on the back foot. especially early on in the campaign. You got some chasing to do. I don't know. I keep saying the sentence that Adelaide United have quality in their squad, but they've got to. The quality players need to really start to step it up now and click it on, switch it on. Dominic says, crazy thing about this stacked yet underrated Western forwards is that Noah Botic is waiting on the deck. He's next up. Remember, his name was a stud for young Hoffenheim team. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, what's the thing with Western? I mean, they've got Dylan Weasel-Halls. Paredes is obviously playing up front now. Prijevic, the Serbian striker, and then Noah Botic, who hasn't really been involved at all at the moment, eh? Hey, legend, hope you're well. Hey, man, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. All right, not long to go in this game. 12 minutes of regular time. Possession stats. Look at that, 57% for Adelaide. They've had the possession and they've had decent field position, and they might have some more decent field position here because there's a long ball for Bernardo Oliveira on the right wing, cutting inside. He's looked good and he's won the foul on top of. Oh no, offside. Offside. I think it's offside. He's looked good. Bernardo's been their best player in attack, and he's been on the field for 10 minutes. Man. Steven says this game is going to be a 1-0 again. I called it. Finally, I got a prediction right. I never get predictions right. Noah Botic is incredible for the Joeys in the most recent World Cup. I'm keen to see him, man. I'd love to see someone like that tear it up in the air. Like, yeah, definitely offside there. It was a great pass from Isaias, but Bernardo just didn't time his run. And yeah, whether like Prijevic gets a look in, you know, it's Dylan Weasel-Hall's doing well. He's already got a couple goals so far this season. This Western United side is going to go a long way this season. I genuinely believe that. They're showing no signs of really slipping. They've just been so consistent and solid. Diamante's in here. Chance, have a shot. Oh my gosh. That's twice or three times now Diamante's had a great chance to shoot. Connor Payne's in the box. Goes down, corner. Gee whiz. And he's sitting on the bench. Says a lot about the Western forwards, eh? I wouldn't change it. There's no reason to change it at the moment, hey? Bilbo Baggins is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Bilbo Baggins is in the chat. Western United scored one goal and then parked the bus for the rest of the game. Look, if it gets you 3 points, look, it's working for John Aloisi. It's working for Western United. And it's taking them top of the table now. Diamante plays in a cross. Comes out now to Risdon. Josh Risdon's had a good game as well. Gets the cross in. Mate. Can you make more matchday vlogs for the Mariners, please? Asks Lazdog. I'm sure there will be more matchday vlogs coming up. George Blackwood's on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. George Blackwood is finally on the field. How good. For Craig Goodwin. Craig Goodwin coming off for the Reds. Topper Stanley, have a hit, son. Oh, no. Kilkenny. Western United. Is there a second goal to be found in these final 10 minutes for Western United? Maybe not. Maybe not. They're so calm. They're so calm at the back, Western United. You never see them like make any like horrendous mistakes or anything. They're just so chill. And as I said before, that strong defense is going to take you a long way in the A-League. Western United almost in again, dude. Kilkenny on the ball. Chips it across towards Diamante. Alessandro Diamante. Still on it. Still on it. Trying to get around one day. gets the cross in. Straight to Delianov. Oh boy, those teams have worked hard. Or is Adelaide really this trash? I don't think Adelaide are trash. I was talking about it earlier. I don't think Adelaide are a side who are playing all that poorly in any of their games. They've just... It's not been clicking, but, you know, credit to Western United in this game. Have just, again, defended really well. More changes for Western. Diamante coming off. Milanovic. Bayou's coming on, I believe, as well. For Wales. Resting some legs, eh? Resting some legs here, Western United. Looking to hold out this game. Look, Adelaide could snatch a winner here, and it would be dramatic if they did. It would be dramatic if they did. Adelaide needs offense, says Dominic. I mean, they've got the star players there. Like Ben Haller and Craig Goodwin. These are like big name players. They need a good striker. They are lacking like a really like quality striker. Someone to really utilize, like Moture hasn't really been wasn't utilized in this game. I guess that's why they brought him off so early. Yeah, man. Bayou on the ball. He's on the left here. Foul. Blackwood is a ghost. Did he have a shot on goal this season? I don't think he's played. The camera says no because he hasn't played. There we go. There we go. Look, George Blackwood, like at times, can look really good. Like in the past, like he came up through Sydney FC, spent some time at Adelaide. This is his second stint at Adelaide now. He like can score good goals. Like I remember him scoring some decent goals from outside the box. Like he knows how to find the back of the net, but it's just a matter of whether he can do it consistently, because that's what Adelaide need, man. And they need like a target man. They need something to bounce off. You know, is Cassini Yengi going to be that? Or is Cassini Yengi just still a bit too, like, does Cassini Yengi still need more time to develop rather than, instead of being the full-time striker up top? There's questions to be answered for Adelaide United and for chance. Oh! Big chance for Adelaide United. Stephen Mork's shot just goes wide. It was a nice little interplay between Mork and Oliveira, Bernardo. It was one day's pass in for Mork. Bernardo back inside. And this... dude, that was actually a great chance. That was a great... That might just be Adelaide's best chance of the game right there. They haven't really created... I'd love to see the shot stats, man. Let's see if we can pull up the stats, eh? It's while Adelaide have probably had the more possession, a decent field position. Let's have a check out the stats. 9 shots for either side. For Adelaide, only 2 on target. For Western United, only 1 shot on target, which of course is the goal. Gee whiz, eh? There you go. It's the story of the game. Story of the game. If anyone was going to score against Western United, I was confident it'd be Adelaide. Says DJ Ole. DJ Ollie. I'm just going to say DJ Ollie. Maybe, but it's not look likely this game. Adelaide United, man. Adelaide United, a team that we're used to seeing finishing in the finals positions. Ayu getting forward. Look at him getting in there. Good stuff. Starting to get VAR'd out vibes. I think it's too early for that. It's too early for that. We should be. I don't know. I feel like I'm always very I'm not someone to jump at the gun when it comes to that stuff yet. Like, I'm not even Robinson out yet, and that's saying a lot. I think Carl Robinson still needs maybe a handful more games. For me, if Carl Robinson, if he's not if Wanderers aren't in the top 6 by round 10, then yeah, get him out. Calvert's a good coach, and he took Adelaide to the finals last year. And they were one game away from the grand final. Oh, big chance here. Parias can square it up. Oh, Western United just cut through Adelaide there, and Adelaide numbers forward. Ooh. Challenge there in one day. Kind of pain. Ouch. That didn't look like it tickled. Dominic says, have to wait until March 4th for a Western v Jets game. Looking forward to that game. That should be interesting, shouldn't it? Of course, it was interesting to see those two teams play in the FFA Cup playoff as Adelaide make a change here. Ryan Kito coming on for one day. Another change. Ryan Kiddo, another attacking change here. Adelaide are going to go for it here in these final few minutes. Oh, they're forward. George Blackwood. Strike. Blocked. It's Tomoki Imai again, man. Tomoki Imai maybe man of the match. For me, he's been everywhere. He's been everywhere. The guy has been everywhere, I'm telling you that. Adelaide United, Ryan Kiddo on that left wing. A change that we've seen them make a few times this season where they bring off one of those holders. Just shift Stefan Mork back. Just get another attacker onto the field. Cardman says, when's the next Twitch stream? Yeah, you look keen to get into the Twitch stuff. Real stuff. Real deal. I'm being serious. I'm keen to get into the Twitch stuff. I've done a couple streams and just vibing it out at the moment, the Twitch thing. Obviously, we're here a lot on YouTube. So hopefully soon, keep an eye on it. I'll make sure to keep you posted. I'll probably share it on Twitter when I'm going live. Coastwood Football on Twitter. Wanderers confuse me, says Dominic. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because the thing is with Wanderers, they got such a good team on paper. And heading into this season, I was really optimistic about them. I was like, they're going to be great. Ooh, Adelaide free kick. But yeah, they're just performances aren't there for the moment, hey? Conscript says this game's been pretty boring, apart from the odd feistiness. It's the way I've watched every Western United game this season, and it's been the same story every game. Jacob Tratt up for the header. That's wayward. He never looked on. It's going to be the story for Western United, dude, this season. It's looking like it these first 5 games, and they're happy to play this way. They're defending out. They've got such a strong defensive block. They've got such good structure. And in attack, they've got the pace just to pounce on the counter attack, pounce quickly, grab the goal. And that's how it works, eh? Adelaide. Ryan Kiddo getting forward. Not getting past Josh Risdon, who has again been fantastic, dude. Risdon's been fantastic this game. Tamaki Imai, Josh Risdon on that right-hand side of Western's defence. Stand out tonight. Brilliant. Mariners for Life says, so pumped for the Mariners game tomorrow. Will there be more fan interviews as well? Because they were so good last week. No fan interviews this week, but certainly some content surrounding the game. We'll be live tomorrow night from 8:30 p.m. here on YouTube for the live match reaction. 8:30 p.m. because that is halftime. It would be around halftime during the Melbourne Derby. Chance here, Adelaide. The shot comes in. It was Ryan Kiddo. Got some good power on it. Look, the score's only 1-0. Adelaide United have a corner. I know we've been talking about how lackluster they've been. Not lackluster, but they've just not. It's not been clicking for them. They haven't been able to break down Western United. But we're late on here. There's 1 minute to go. We're in injury time. Is there an equaliser here? Here we go. Ball comes in. Decent one. Oh, collision. Jamie Young goes down. It's all good. Play on. Here we go. Ben Halloran. Cross comes in. Far post. No one there. Pathetic. Sigh of relief for Western United. That shot earlier, though. A great save, Jamie Young. Fantastic stuff with the feet. Lazdog says, what a save, Jamie Young. Look, he hasn't been called into action too many times tonight, but when he has, he's stepped up big time. John Aloisi will be pleased with this defensive display once again from his side. Milanovic wins the head up. Adelaide need to get it forward if they're going to get something out of this game. Bernardo. Ball comes to Isaias. That's the man you want on the ball. He spreads the ball to Cavallo. Cavallo goes down the line. That's a bit too heavy for Jamie Young. Jamie Young claims. Stephen says, I'm having a birthday on the January 4th next month. Happy birthday for then. Happy birthday, Stephen, for January. In advance. Birthday wishes in advance. All right, what's on for Adelaide here? George Blackwood is the attacking threat up forward. Can they get the ball to him? It should be full time now. We are past the allotted injury time. Play on it is. Blackwood is in here. 2 plays in the box for Adelaide. 3-0. Goes to the far post over everyone. It's collected here by Cavallo, who chips it in. And it's... Oh, my God, dude. Some of these crosses from Adelaide towards the end of this game have just been abysmal. Gee whiz, mate. Connor Payne down with cramp. Full time Western United. Finally, I get a prediction right, dude. That's what I'm pumped about. Oh, finally I got a prediction right. Western United have picked up a 1-0 victory here against Adelaide United. The game went as expected. Western United scored the goal. It was once again the combination of Lockie Wales and Connor Payne. Payne scoring his second consecutive in 2 consecutive weeks. 2 consecutive games. And Western United go top on 12 points. 4 wins, 1 loss. They're looking the real deal. I know I use the term real deal a lot. I feel like it gets thrown around a lot, but they are indeed. Just the way John Aloisi's got them playing, it's very impressive because they are so disciplined. What do we make of the game? Man of the matches, throw them in there. This is fan interviews right now, except virtual fan interviews, and with anyone who's in the chat. So. Look, for me, for man of the match, it's hard to go past Tamaki Ima. I thought he was fantastic tonight. I thought Josh Risdon had another blinder of a game. And it's funny, in defence, I'm just thinking about Western's defence. Those were the standouts for tonight, hey? Dominic says, good night. It was nice talking A-League with you. You have a subscriber. Let's do games on Twitch. Thanks, Dominic. I'll see you around, man. Hope to see you on another live stream, hopefully soon. But this is another big result for Western United, who are just building momentum, man. That's the biggest thing as well. They are building momentum. The way that they are performing so consistently in all these games, it's very impressive. Very impressive. Mariners Life says, Lockie, is there a glitch on or something on the new Keep Up app? It says the Mariners are playing away to Wellington at 11 a.m. and victory home at 10 a.m. That certainly isn't correct. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Mariners playing away against Wellington. Mariners are playing home against Wellington on Monday the 27th. And it's definitely not at 11 a.m. So yes, that must be glitch. But boy, oh boy, John Aloisi has proven the haters wrong. Some people are... Oh, Kilkenny having a chat. We love Neil Kilkenny. He's a funny guy. Lazdog says my prediction was way off. What was your prediction again? I can't recall. Stephen Walk having a chat. He looks dejected. Look at the man. Oh, he looks so dejected. Oh, he's the captain of the side too. He needs to lift. He needs to lift this team. Where to here from Adelaide for Adelaide United? 3 draws, 2 losses. Where to? Who knows, man? Who knows? This is pretty much a full-strength squad. I know they are missing some players in this game. Cassini, Yengi, Nick Ansell, but Louis Dorigo not involved as well. Even without those guys, they've still got quality. That's the quality side that was out there today. And never looked really convincing to break down Western United. But again, I think that's more got to do with Western United's defensive solidity. Lazdog says 2-1. 2-1 to Western. I guess that wasn't that far off, but I guess, you got the winner, right? But yeah, honestly, like I heading into this game, I said 1-0. I was like 1-0 just based off these last 3 games. And now at this rate, every Western United game is going to say 1-0, 1-0. Even round 1 where they lost, it was 1-0 to victory. Just not their way. Cameron asks, does A-League have a January transfer window? It does, yeah. Transfer window. We don't really make transfers in the A-League. There isn't really like a proper sort of like transfer system set in place. But yeah, there is a January window where players, teams can sign players and all that. Yeah. Gianluca's in the chat says, I'm so happy that we won. Steven says, Western United always win 1-0. That is the way they're doing it this season, isn't it? 1-0 wins. Missed watching Garuccio though. Yeah, no Garuccio, but how about Nicola Stanley, left back? He was solid as well. Didn't do too much wrong, Nikolai. He was in there. He was getting involved. Steven says I was going for Adelaide tonight. Adelaide were underdogs heading into this game. And it was always going to be tough for them to get a result. It was always going to be tough for them. And now Adelaide have some time off. I think that's their last game because obviously they're not playing Perth. So what's their next game, man? We're going to have to look that up. Because it was going to be Perth next week on the 23rd. Adelaide United. Postponed. Play Wellington Phoenix. On the 1st of January. Is that their next game? It is too. It is indeed. According to my resources. But they should be playing a cup game actually. Let's check that. Adelaide United will probably have a cup game, which is indeed on. Oh, okay. Adelaide United, I imagine, will be playing the winner of Gold Coast Knights Melbourne Victory, who still have to play their round of 16 match. No, round of 32, round of 16. And then I imagine they'll face Adelaide United in the quarterfinals. Lazdog says, great stream, mate. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks for hanging out and watching along. Gianluca says, Diamante, Risdon, Kilkenny, Thomas Stanley, and Jamie Young, all great leaders. They've got great experience as well. Yeah, you're right. And good youth. Good mix of youth is there as well. Lockie Wales, a good young player. Parius, Wenzel Halls. Yeah, Steven says, awesome stream tonight. Thanks. Cheers. Cameron says, big blow to the start of the season for Adelaide. Where do you think they will go from here? Look, my prediction for Adelaide United is apparently coming true. Would which I was sort of hesitant on heading into the season, to be honest. For Adelaide United, I predicted them to come second last. I don't think they'll finish that low still even. I think even still now they'll bounce back and they will win games. But where to? They've got to sort out the striker situation. That's the most apparent thing. All across the park, they're pretty sound. And the quality is there, but up front, it's does George Blackwood get a run in the next game? Because Mo Toure was pretty quiet. Had a couple moments here. Mo Toure was getting behind, but wasn't really creating anything really effective. They're showing the replay of the goal now. Connor Payne, fantastic finish. It was a great finish. It was a great goal. It was a great little move from Lachie Wales to set him up as well. But it's a good finish from Connor Payne, who has his second goal of the season. So far for Western, 2 goals for Wenzel Halls, 2 goals for Connor Payne, and the 2 only goal scorers for them this season. So it's not like Western United are tearing teams apart in attack. But yeah, Cooper says Adelaide are robbed of a goal. We do have to talk about, of course, the non-advantage one. That was an interesting decision. 57% possession for Adelaide. They had 8 shots. Western only 7 with 1 on target. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the shots in the box. I think it was 11 shots there for Adelaide. But yeah, West United only 1 on target, which was the goal. Isn't that crazy? Oh man. But yeah, Cooper. So we should bring that up. The whole debacle about the referee not playing on when Ben Harron went on to score a fantastic goal. What can you say? Referees made a decision. It stood. It's not like they can change it. Should he have played advantage? Yeah, absolutely. Of course. We all know that. But yeah. Cameron says, I got to go now. Catch you on the next stream. All good, Cameron. Hope to see you in the next one. Cooper says, Adelaide aren't putting enough players forward on attacks, and the defense is a shambles, unfortunately. I don't think I'd agree that the defense is a shambles. I think defensively they're okay. It's I don't think it's terrible. Jakobsen has been consistent at the back again for them this year. It's good to have Yavi Lopez back for them, makes a difference. Jacob Trout was okay too. And in attack, it's almost like they don't have a clear sort of plan on what they're doing. It's a bit sort of improvisational. When they get to the final third, and I think it's because they're chopping and changing. Who's starting up top. I think someone like Bernardo needs to get a run now. I think someone like Bernardo Oliveira, who came onto the field and showed some good glimpses, needs to get a start. I think that's what these teams that do struggle towards the bottom of the ladder do need to do. Something like that, like roll the dice by starting a young guy, give him a run, see what happens. Yeah, man. Stephen asks, do I have a next stream? Next stream, I can tell you right now, is on Sunday night. This Sunday night, 2 days' time. Live watch along from 6:30 p.m. of Sydney FC versus Wellington Phoenix. So see you then. Sunday night should be a good one. Sydney FC looking for their first win of the season. Wellington Phoenix coming off the back of 2 consecutive losses. I'm back in Sydney FC for the win. But yeah, feel free to join me for that one. That's Sunday night from 6:30 p.m. And I'll tell you what, that is a perfect time to sign off right now. Hey guys, thanks so much for catching this live watch along. I do appreciate it a lot. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Also keep an eye out. I'll be live tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. halftime during the Melbourne Derby for my live match reaction of the Mariners and Wanderers game. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. A-League football, it is here. We are well and truly